Hey guys. So when I started my bank account, I started it probably about 20 years ago. At the time, I believe I went with the account and the institution I did because of its location, but also because at that time they did have fees for accounts. And I think I chose that one also because felt like I was most confident I can achieve the minimum balance to keep from getting fees at that time. I know that's not commonly practiced anymore. I know now we have no fees at all, and no restrictions. So, location and confidence and being able to achieve the minimum balance to keep from incurring fees was my motivations behind choosing a checking account at the institution I decided to go with. I have an individual account. I've had a joint account in the past, but there's no longer a need for a joint account, so I'm down to an individual account. And I do use a regular commercial bank. It's Capital One. I use Capital One. And I do have a checking account. That's the one I've had the majority of the time, the majority of the 20 years. And probably 15 years ago or so, I started with savings accounts. I do have two savings accounts. One is me saving up for my emergency fund. I've always tried to keep one, but I didn't know that we needed approximately 6 months of our take home pay. So I've adjusted my long term plan for that. It's going to take me more than a year to save that. But I did make an adjustment to that, and I'm working on saving up 6 months of my take home pay. So I'm working on my emergency savings, and I also have a short term savings account. And that's the first one that I use for my short term goals. So at this time, I'm saving up for my daughter's wedding dress. And although when I started this process to save up for her dress, I didn't have the knowledge we have from this course now. And I was just kind of setting aside what I could when I could. Since starting this course, I've implied a little bit more of the percentages we're supposed to use. And I mean, I've still saved up in a relatively quick amount of time, maybe 6 months at this point, and we're almost to our goal and could go wedding dress shopping. So that's pretty much me in a nutshell as far as my bank account.